Hey everybody, welcome back to my page. This video is probably going to be a little longer than normal because I am going to speak out about things and maybe some psychology type stuff. No, I'm not a psychologist, I've just been there. I'm the type of person that could tell you what not to do because I've done it. In my 40 years, I have lived longer than I should have. Many times. Many times. There is way too many times I should have died. We're not gonna go there. Because I'm here now. I'm here talking to you. Or you. Or you. Or you. If my child is listening. Now, as a single parent to a non-speaking autistic child, I have had to learn a lot about autism. And if you know about autism, you know there's all kinds of like psychological stuff that goes behind it. A lot. More than I've even read. And I've read a lot about it. Now, she's becoming hormonal, which happens to every single human. And with that, there could be some mental changes that are not so good. Or she may not change much and be the exact same kid that I know. Here's hoping for that last one. But with hormonal changes comes more psychological issues. And thanks to my own PTSD, when I had depression and I just got it. Okay, so I am PTSD, I am ADHD, I have two kinds of anxiety. It's a great mix, let me just say that. Because when I get hyper, I squirrel out because of my ADHD. And then it messes with my anxiety. And then it's a freaking gong show for my brain. Because there's just too much going on lately that my brain does it a lot. And then I lose where I'm at. The one thing I can say is I always come back. It always comes back. I'm always, there eventually. You're not going outside. Cut it out. I'm gonna... He wants out. No. You're not going outside, Buttons. You're not going out. Not right now. Okay? Not right now. I'm busy. Your cuteness overload, though. I don't even... He totally distracted me. See what? See? That's what I'm talking about. A simple meow. My brain. I don't know how else to describe it. Like, I've had so many instances where situations where I'm like, okay, I'm in full focus, and then my kiddo or one of the cats will distract me, and I lose everything. Everything. Briefly. It'll come back, like I said, comes back. But there's some other things that I've noticed that I need to keep more track of, is when I'm letting people in my life, or people from the past who I've had issues with, that I need to let go. Which is both of my parents so far. Yep, I'm putting it publicly. Maybe others can learn from this what not to do for yourself, for your own kids. A child needs proper growth, proper support, proper guidance from the moment you fucking hold them when they come out of your hoo-ha. You need to be vigilant. If it's an unhappy situation and you know that they could be better off somewhere else, do it. Why, you ask? Because if you're not mentally right and you have children and then you're still unstable, you're gonna fuck them up too. You have sex with somebody and you don't even want to be with them, it might fuck them up, because if you guys are going to be consistently arguing on the phone or using the child as a messenger or even just calling the other parent bad names in front of that child, it does things. Think about it. How would you feel if you were a child and you were the messenger on the phone with one parent and the other parent's in the other room and they're yelling back and forth through you on the call, saying nasty things? How would you feel? Shitty, right? Don't do it. Don't do it. Be nice. Just kidding. So because I was forced into this little shell as a child by both my parents, between physical and verbal abuse and then negligence, I didn't get a chance to figure myself out before I was 18 years old. And even after I was 18 years old, it was a problem. It was probably early 20s when I finally was able to feel more like I could be me. Like I could be somebody in general. Thank you, Tim, for your help and your love and everything we went through. I should have never left you. I should have stayed with you. I should have never come back to Manitoba. We'd probably still be a happy couple now. It's probably no kids, but we'd be happy. That's one of my greatest mistakes. Was loving somebody but leaving them, even though I shouldn't have. My heart was telling me not to. And I went back to Manitoba thinking it was the right thing for me, that because I wanted to be around family that I knew. But that wasn't the same either. It had been 7 years. Things changed. I had changed. I was a wild seed at that point, flourishing, growing mentally. And I went back to live with my father, which in turn just triggered my PTSD, and I went back to drinking and doing drugs, just with a different crowd. Not good. 24 years old, and I was still fucking up my life because I was being triggered consistently. I've grown from all the things that have happened to me, all the mistakes I've made. I've had it replay so much in my head that I'm like, no more. You're done. Past. My imagination now, as an adult and as a parent, imagines myself picking me up, picking up my sister who's a newborn, and I take both of us away. I pick myself up as a kid crying in my room when I've been beaten by my father, and I tell myself it's going to be okay one day. You just gotta hold on. You just gotta wait. You just gotta get stronger and grow. You can't let people, no matter who it is, dull your personality, dull your character. Don't let those people ruin your life. Because now I'm a single parent at 40 years old. I've never been engaged. I've never had successful relationships more than 3 years or 4 years at a time. My longest relationship was out in Nova Scotia. 20 years ago. 20 fucking years ago. You know how that feels? Mentally, physically? Like, my heart's upset. Why? Because my parents were never together. There was just always hate and anger and rage all around. And lots of drinking. So no, there was no real guidance by either one of them. The only one that showed me real guidance was my grandmother. And the foster mom I had. Yeah, I also smoke. I also smoke the goddamn devil's lettuce too. Okay? Do you think I care what you think? I do not. I will not argue with people who are narcissists or hypocritical anymore. I have learned a lesson and a half between my father, my mother, and the internet trolls. Well, and a few Helens along the way. Bloody. See you next Tuesday! This is just... I had to get this out. I'm one of those type of people that can teach you things and help you learn ways of what not to do. You want to use it? Cool. If not, cool too. That is your choice. That is your options. That is the point of this. Just don't let anybody dull your personality ever. Don't let anybody control you. You are your own being. You are your own soul. You're real. You're there. You're here. You can't let anybody take that away from you. And if you have, and you see this, and then you recognize what's going on, get out of it. Just run for a hill or run for a prairie, whatever. Just go. Just get it done. Don't stay. Go. Make them go if it's your home. Call the police. Get them gone. Don't let it get worse further, because you don't know what could happen. From a psychological standpoint, you don't. You don't, unless you know their psych evaluations are legit. Because someone can tell you one thing and another person's gonna say another thing, and then there's the truth that comes out. So let's not flip at it. Let's fix it. Right? Fix it. Don't live in it. Fix it. Make it better. Always be you. Don't forget. Don't forget you're here. Love you before loving anyone else. Make yourself you. That's all it is. All it is. You can't let people control you, especially as an adult. I mean, we do have bosses and jobs, but that doesn't really count, does it? Alright. You have any questions about what I just said? Please comment. I'll read it. I promise I'll read it. I'll probably comment back because I'm pretty good at getting back to people. If you want to send me your stories to my P.O. box, that's cool too. You want me to read it anonymously for you? Cool. I can do that. I could be your friendly, unpaid therapist. I'm that friend who's your counselor. Okay? Don't forget I love you. Bye.